Okay, let's bring this baby home. I was a landlord who had a tenant, the same tenant for 12 years. Around year 10, she stopped paying rent. The world was in a pandemic, so the courts shut down. And the system said she had rights, tenant rights, to sit there in heat and water and comfort while I footed her bills for 1 year and a half. And then the world decided to try and right itself. The courts reopened and I, without a lawyer, filed for eviction. I won, all was fair, or some version of it, until September 8th, 2021, the day of the eviction. In short, my tenant mollywopped my ish. Her main weapon of choice, the damn water I was forced to keep on. And then there was the raw chicken and the pork chops and the 10s and 20s of raw sausage rolls she rolled down the vents, along with lard and yogurt and beans and mayo. Who even has that much mayo? Turns out I was better than blessed because my insurance policy covered it all. This is the finale. This is the 9-month journey it took to put my house back together. This is how the story ends. Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Today is June 14th. And let me tell you, this is my birthday month. So I couldn't even have planned it, the timing, any better. But my birthday month. What a great gift for on June 14th for my house to officially be on the market. Whoa! Y'all know it's been a journey. Y'all have been here beside me from day one. When I accidentally, or let's say not intentionally, made that video about my tenant not paying rent in over a year. Because before that, y'all didn't even know that I was going through that struggle of having a non-paying tenant, blaming it on the pandemic, even though there was no proof that they were affected by the pandemic. Actually, the proof was contrary, because my tenant was on Section 8, and Section 8 kept doing income verifications, and each time they did an income verification, they raised her portion of the rent, showing that she was receiving more income than she had ever received before. With that raising of rent, I could not afford to carry her any longer, because it came to a point where she was responsible for such a large percentage of the rent that it meant in order for me to make the mortgage, I had to come out of my pocket and pay. Not only at that time was I paying, obviously, the mortgage, but I was also paying for the security system on the home. And, of course, the homeowners association. So when all of those things are taken into consideration, I was really losing money every single month. And for some reason, she didn't understand this. She did not understand this. I really think that she was under the belief system that the word landlord means you're rich. The word landlord means that you're getting over on the people anyway. That the word landlord means that you really don't need my rent money. You're just greedy, so you're taking my rent money. So you guys know we had to go ahead and wait for the courts to open up so that we can do the eviction process, so that we can start the eviction process. When the courts opened up, I made the decision to go ahead and do the process myself. Like, I didn't hire a lawyer. I hired a lawyer to do ad hoc things like draft up letters, little things like that, but I did not hire a lawyer to handle the eviction process. Some had told me that was unwise, you need to get a lawyer, blah 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 blah. But once again, I think sometimes as a people we think the word lawyer carries power, carries answers, carries solutions, and that's not always the case. And then at the same time, you got to remember, lawyers aren't free. You're paying for this. Nobody's coming through to reimburse this money. There's no such thing as I'm gonna sue you and you're gonna pay my attorney fees. That's not true, y'all. Most times you are stuck with your own attorney fees, because no matter who you're suing, you're gonna make sure that they even have the money to pay whatever it is you're suing them for, right? So I did the process myself, and it was I knocked it out the park. I did not stumble I did not make any mistakes. The little mistakes that I did make with the application part, the paperwork, was caught immediately by the court clerks, and I was able to fix it and remedy the situation, you know, provide the information properly that was needed, so that when I showed up in court, it was open and shut case for real. So went through that process, eventually got the sheriff date for the official date of eviction, because once you win possession back of your property, that is not the eviction. All that says is now that you are declared the rightful possessor of this property, you can now make other legal actions. That next legal action would be the formal eviction. You can now submit paperwork to have a formal eviction, and that's what I did. The sheriff gave us a date to go back through and gave her notice to move out, and then we went on the date. I can't even remember the date. What date was that? September 7th, September 8th, it was one of them September dates. We went through, the sheriff, moving crew, locksmith, my family and friends. Y'all know how we roll. And when we walked up in that house on the day of eviction, that's when we found it flooded. That was in September. Y'all, at the time that it was flooded, I was devastated because I did not know the extent of the damage. I did not know if insurance covered this damage. I did not know anything. Under the not knowing of these things, I've had investors swoop in same very day and offer to take it off my hands, to take the problem off my hands for cash. $250,000 is what I was offered. Then somebody else came in and offered $265,000. I was really strongly considering taking them up on that offer. Like, it was just easier just to walk away and be done and not have to deal with the ups and downs of whatever. Because at this point, again, is anything going to be covered? Do I have to fix this stuff out of my pocket? Is this stuff even fixable? But the hope that I was given when I was given those offers of $250 and $265, I was like, there must be something here, because who would offer to buy this if there wasn't something here? If these people want to invest in this property, buy this off of me, and then invest in fixing it, why can't I be my own investor? Why can't I be my own investor? And so I started kicking around that idea. At the same time, simultaneously, I'm doing a bunch of things at once, calling my insurance, because I had to know, like, just in case insurance was like no, or insurance was like only this or only that, I had to know what I could do even without the insurance. And so insurance was a yes. Insurance was a total yes. A total yes. To the tune of, and I'm so mad that I still don't have the numbers, about $130,000. Let's say that. I'm going to bling in the right number right here, what the total number is. And this total number is going to include the cost of water mitigation, the cost of the repair, going back in and restoring the place, and the cost of all of the rents they paid me. Okay? That's what this was. And so it took, guys, 9 months to do this. I was not worried. I was not anxious. I was not stressed. I was not in a rush. I was not hurry. Why isn't it done yet? It just isn't done yet, right? The beautiful thing about sitting and waiting and trusting on God, the beautiful thing is, what you know is time don't belong to you. Time don't belong to you. And you don't know the future. You don't know the future. What we didn't know, because everything, what we would have thought was with COVID happening and the pandemic, I would have naturally thought with my human mind that property values would have went down. They would have fallen because of people out of work, lots of hardships, lots of losses, things like that. So I would have naturally thought that our economy, especially when it came to real estate, would have suffered. Y'all, the complete opposite. Today, June, 9 months later, the house is valued at $365,000. $365. Can you believe that I was being offered $265? A whole $100,000 less. And today, as it hits the market, it is valued at $365,000 according to Zillow. We are in the game of attraction. We are in the game of abundance. So with that, we wanted to put this house on the market slightly undervalued so that it can look like the great deal that it is. And it really is a great deal. Roof, less than 2 years old. All the appliances, brand spanking new, never used. Whole HVAC system, brand spanking new, never used. Walls. We have walls on 2 levels of that home. Brand spanking new, never leaned against. We have walls in the bathrooms of the 3rd level of that home. Brand spanking new. We have toilets, new, vanities, new, cabinets, new, flooring, carpet, new. So much has been done, like a complete renovation. And I am so proud to say that this was not a flip. Not a flip. And I say the difference with that is, for instance, the person who offered me $265 said that they were going to do a quick flip and they were going to fix it just enough to sell. They said it will be beautiful, but it's not going to necessarily be top of the line. So beautiful is in question, right? It's not going to necessarily be like the best of the best of the best. It's going to be done just enough to sell. Y'all, I did this property just enough to be everything that somebody who buys this house would want. Not just enough to sell. We did not do bare minimums. Y'all know I crawled through that house on my hands and on my knees, sniffing out things. No, down to subflooring. This board here does not smell right. We had things replaced. We had things reinforced. We had things more than when you just wash something, like disinfected, sterilized, all of that stuff to my standards, as if I was going to move into this house. Okay. We did an awesome job on this baby. We did an awesome job. I can stand behind everything. I'm not trying to hide anything about this home. And today is the day that others get to see it and that others get to say, hey, I would love for this to be mine. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being on this journey with me. Don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a member of the Fun and Budget family, where we show how we make power moves through making mindful decisions with our money, through using our money wisely, using it, investing it, saving it, and just being responsible with it. That's what this channel is about. That's what this channel is about. I'm transparent as F, too transparent for some. Sometimes I have to clap back because I'm so transparent. And people be coming in the comments like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I have to be like, but ho, 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 wait a minute. You know, but we try to keep it real. Transparency is what we need, because a lot of us are walking around this planet just not knowing. It's not that we're ignorant. It's not that we're not capable. It's just that we just don't know, because nobody cared enough to share the full truth with us. Because I don't know, sometimes people think if they share too much of their business, it can come back and bite them. Right? It can come back and affect them. Or you might come get what I got. But I really want you to believe that what I got is so great and so exclusive that it ain't even available to you. So I'm not even going to tell you what it really is. But here, we're going to tell each other what it really, really is. Okay? Because we live on an abundant planet, and there is enough, more than enough, for all of us. For real. For real. For real. So if you're down with those conversations, come on. Come on over and join the fam. All right, bye, y'all.